Hey guys, hello. It's been a long time since I've done a live video on my personal page from a serene location like this. I am over at Crowder State Park. It's not I would say the most serene of all the places that I get to go to out here, but this one is definitely on the top of the list because it's just right around the corner from where I live, and it's super beautiful out here. And I wanted to take a second and talk about something because while I'm here, the reason I'm here is because I'm working. I got my laptop out and I'm just doing some things. I'm designing an orchard right now. I don't know if the camera's gonna let you see that. And just beginning phases of getting some things pulled together here. And this particular permaculture orchard has been strange the way that it's come about and the processes that we've had to skip to make it work. And as I reflect on where we've been in the past, where I was at with my life in a level of success was just not there. It was hitting a wall. I was constantly knocking my head against a wall, wondering why I couldn't. I had good paying jobs. I had good paying jobs. I had good management positions. I was a father of 2 and then 3 and then now 4, and I have a lot of success that I could have been rolling around in and saying, I have a great life. But for some reason, I was always bumping my head against this problem of, the money wasn't enough for me. There needed to be a drive, a mission, something behind what I'm doing. I'm not the kind of person that likes to wake up, go to work, go home, go to bed. That's not me. I always wanted the freedom to go wherever I wanted to go and to be whoever I wanted to be despite my obligations. I wanted to be able to fulfill obligations and help people and meet people at any area of life that I was in and be able to give and receive and take part in that cycle no matter what my family was doing or no matter where I lived or no matter how I was doing it or whatever it may have been. And today I'm having this aha moment because I'm here at Crowder, this state park, surrounded by nature and listening to the birds in the background. I just this little pull off over here. I don't know who parked my truck like that, but this beautiful little spot is all I need to work. This is all I need to be able to do what I do for a living. And it wasn't always like that. I used to be so obligated to stay in one spot. I couldn't go somewhere. Like if somebody called me and said, "Hey, this is what I need you to do," or here's a need I have, and I had a solution for them, I would say, "Okay, cool. That I can help you out with your solution, but it's gonna have to wait till I get off work. It's gonna have to wait till after 6 o'clock because I was stuck in that cycle, and I'm not anymore. I have the freedom, being my own boss, to go wherever I want to go and do whatever I want to do. I could travel back to the Rockies every so often, and I get to bring my work with me because." That's my workstation anywhere I choose to go. And the only tool I need is right here and right here, And so I've been thinking a lot. I had this dream a long time ago. I'll tell you this story. I had this dream about 2 years ago, and my mom called me on the phone and in the dream, right? I wake up in the dream. I wake up in my bed. There's this phone next to me. It's ringing. And then I answer the phone and I'm like, "Hello?" Like, kind of groggy. And my mom's on the phone. She says, "Jamon, this is going to sound strange, but I had a strange situation, and Heavenly Father told me I needed to tell you this." And so she called me to say this message. And what this message was, she said, if I can remember exactly, it was word for word, living in your mission, or success is a byproduct of living in your mission. And at that time in my life, I was really focused on growth and like worldly developments, right? I wanted a bigger truck. I wanted a bigger paycheck. I wanted a bigger house. I wanted to move into the country somewhere. A lot of things were really, really pressing my mind, and we were struggling at a lot of different levels. And I was thinking to myself a lot about the worldly things. And one day it just clicked for me that when you do what you feel joy in doing and you have a sense of passion for, you automatically align yourself with what your mission is on this earth. And when you do those things, you can't help it. Success is a byproduct. It naturally rolls to you and from you because it's why you were put on the earth. You attract the means to do it. And we all know that you need to meet your means in order to perform certain things in your life. You know, you as, especially as a father or a mother, you can't look at your bills piling up and go, oh, you know, I can't go outside today and take care of that thing I love doing because I gotta go to work. You know, it takes a leap of faith to just do what you want to do and do what you feel passionate about. It takes a leap of faith, but you got to do it. Because if you don't do it, you will never meet that level of success in every area of your life and the fulfillment that you're looking for. It is required for you to be able to meet life at the higher level where passion and fulfillment are a daily experience. I used to wake up and think to myself, you know, I got to go to work. I got all these things. I got all these people. I got all this stuff, right? And just go through the checklist. And I'd think to myself, why am I so obligated and stuck in this routine where if I'm not constantly pushing past all of the things that I like to do so that I can go take care of all these other things, I'm failing. I had this feeling of I'm failing, right? But then I'd come home and be like, man, I wish I could do all those things I want to do. Like, how contradicting is that? You shove aside the things that you're passionate about, shove aside the things that you love, the gifts that you have, right? That thing that you're good at. You shove that aside so that you can do what? Sustain the ability to try to do that later? I mean, that doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. Days, hours, months, weeks, years of your life pass by while that thing you're good at just sits there or dwindles away completely. Some people, you would call it a dream, or the modern world likes to think of it as retirement. If you retire, you can do all those things, right? Live in the system, do what the system has designed, follow the ways of the world, the pattern of financial success and government, whatever, so that at the end of your days, you can finally put the hammer down and go fish. What? It just never added up to me. That always bothered me. So now I took a leap of faith just recently to clear out my office. I was stuck in this mindset for a long time that I needed an office space everywhere that I went. And no matter where I went, I always found myself in my truck. I always found myself going to another site, or following another lead somewhere else, or I gotta visit somebody here, or meet a meeting over here, or whatever it was. I was always traveling. And one day it clicked with me and I realized, oh my gosh, I don't need an office. I don't need a spot. I have spots. And right now I'm just at the lake. And I got this beautiful park bench that's sufficient for me to hang out on and get some serious design work done. But it's something that I love to do. It's something I'm passionate about doing. I like it. I like to work with nature and just contemplate all the ways that the world itself has formed and can continue to form, and how we can work with it. And that's what I'm passionate about. But it took me several leaps of faith and several failures until I realized I'm not obligated to do anything. I have complete freedom of choice. If I want to move forward my mission in this way or that way, it's my mission. I can do it however I want, and the world can't tell me how to do it. And so I think that there's something people miss, because I'm experiencing this, and I've experienced other things along the way to get to where I am today. People miss that boat. They miss the fact that your mission can't go anywhere without you. It's very specific to you, the way that you want to do it. If you want an office space, go get an office space. If you want to be a gypsy and go never ever sit still in one spot ever again, you don't have to. If you want to be the kind of person who's always talking to other individuals, you never want to be able to, you don't necessarily want to travel all over the place, but you never really want to have that one room that you're always in, that cubicle. You don't have to. You can continue to move and just will wander wherever your life and your passion and your mission takes you to go. You'll find faces along the way that'll inspire you, and you'll inspire them, and it'll just be this symbiotic relationship between you and the world around you. But it requires that first step of taking the action to actually do it. I have done a lot of things in my life where where somebody would look at it and they would say, you know, financially, that doesn't make very much sense. And you're going to struggle for a long time. And they were right. Absolutely. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. It makes zero financial sense. And it caused a lot of struggle for a really long time. But I understood that on the flip side, toward the end of that progress and that action I was taking, it was going to put me exactly where I felt I needed to be. Not just wanted to be, but wanted to be there because I needed to be there. It was something I was ingrained in me. And so I went against all their advice and I did it anyway. And I've been successful. And I go through the struggle, I go through the growth, right? Struggle is just growth, right? I go through the struggle to get to that end game. And now I've designed things. I have companies, I have moving progress, I have social networks, I have places to go from here to the Rockies, and I can find all of these avenues between to move other people forward, because now I work with other people. It's about other people. And I have this because I did something, because I took a leap of faith, and I decided one day that I didn't want to do it the way the world said to do it. I look at the world and I see beauty, but I also see a lot of pain and frustration and rage. I mean, if you just study the statistics of the world, heartache and anger and frustration in fathers and mothers around the world and individuals in cubicles, this lifestyle is literally killing people. There's literal heart attacks, literally killing people because of this lifestyle, because they have to wake up, they go to the job that they hate, they go all day long in this place that they hate, they come home hating where they live, then they have to get ready to go back to where they hate to be, and then they force themselves to stay there because they think they must do it, because there must not be another way, or it must be too hard. And their neural pathways are firing off saying this routine's safe, it's kept us alive, and their internal heart is seizing, literally, until the day that they die. They live a miserable life full of hate, routine, stuck in a routine of passionless movement. And this is something that just doesn't get talked about. People just don't talk about it. If you're getting a paycheck, you're good, right? No, guys. If you're doing it for money, you're doing it for the wrong reason. Period. That is not why you're on the planet. Money's everywhere. So, all of that being said, this inspiration as I'm sitting out here listening to the birds, I don't know how well the camera can pick that up, but I can hear the birds in the trees. I can see the lake behind me, right in front of me. I got this beautiful view of the forest. Just absolutely beautiful out here. And I get to contemplate my kind of work, what I do for a living, from this kind of a location because I just chose to. And I could have been in my truck. I could have been in an office. I could have gone home. I could go wherever I want to do it, but I can do it because I chose to make it this way for me. What I'm getting at is that you can choose to make it the way that you want it to be. You don't have to get stuck in that cycle, because the success that you're going to experience, or the success that you're seeking, is literally a byproduct. The world moves around you and just does things with or without your control. So you might as well start being a part of moving it in the way that you want it to go. You might as well step a few feet out of your comfort zone and try touching a few things that seem a little more in line with your passions and your purposes and your missions. Because it's going to keep going whether or not you do anything. And money's going to keep moving whether or not you do anything. And whether or not you're here tomorrow, the world is still going to keep going. So you might as well try and experiment a little bit. It's not going to result in the world exploding and everything stopping because you didn't do it the way that the modern culture said to. But not to carry on too long about this. I could talk about this all day. I just wanted to drop that thought. Remind yourself what you're passionate about. Remind yourself what you really love to do. For me, I love other people. I love helping other people. I'm really passionate about getting the self-sufficient mindset in the minds of the world and the people, so that we can all kind of help and barter and share and work together and be sufficient in ourselves, so we don't need dependent on everybody else or anything or self or a system anywhere around us, because we got to figure it out the way that we want it to, and we can live within our missions freely without this feeling of weight of obligations, of burdens of finances or homes or locations or families or whatever it may be, because we took that independence upon ourselves independently, and then we did something with it, and now we can contribute back to the world. That's what I'm passionate about, and I love to see the way that other people are contributing back into the world. There's some powerful things happening right now. There might be a lot of doom and gloom out there, but oh man, I hope you're not missing in the boat on all of the wonderful things that are being done around the country. Wonderful things. Like, for example, I was just talking earlier today with a gentleman about food forests that are being built in Australia and Africa. Did you know there's a green wall being built to stop the progress of a desert? Google that. That's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot of really cool things happening. But if you don't know because you're stuck in your cycles, it's a big world, guys. You don't have to be in a circle going over and over and over and over and over again in the same systems, the same cycles, and the same repetitive habits. You can do whatever you want. The world is literally at your feet. You were given dominion over the world the day you were born. You might try experimenting. Give yourself some confidence and some faith and take a leap. Okay, I'm done. Love you guys. We'll see you later.